Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now it's Nix. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defense coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
Nix to the air. That's into the hands of McLaughlin. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open.
That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
On first, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. This defense for the Chiefs, much improved from week one. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Well, first down there on a pickup at 25.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Finds his tight end Ingram. It's so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. McLaughlin. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the one. That's going to go as a loss of one on first down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Again, it's McLaughlin, and he's going the wrong way again. He'll lose yardage here back to the 5. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. you know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he returns this to the 22. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's Pacheco headed right, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. When you look at this Bronco defense, we know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Throwing Nix. He finds his man, complete. It's McLaughlin. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here is 3rd down and 4. To throw, here's Nix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And Bolt. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And finally taken down at the 15. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. And Xavier Worthy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Butker now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
This 2nd and 4. Here's Nix. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball. But I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a 1-score game if you can. And that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. The Broncos are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. To throw is Nix. That is caught. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
18, pioneer.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That escapes the sack. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And he comes back with one complete. That he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the air with Nix. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Marvin Mims, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are back within a score. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Mahomes to throw.
He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And again, it's Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They'll run here with Pacheco.
And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Pacheco diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Open man right side is Rice.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2. A give right side for Pacheco.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now here's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. He finds his man. Complete. It's McLaughlin. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
The give is to McLaughlin.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Check that. Street. Let's go now. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Dragon 60. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
From the gun on third down, Nix able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
George Karlaftis picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. That's to his running back, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Jaleel McLaughlin,
his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yellow. Attack, attack. Attack.
Now Mahomes.
That one caught by Rice.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Here's Pacheco on the read option.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. From midfield, here's Mahomes.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
They'll run for it with Pacheco.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Running left to give to Pacheco.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Able to find Gray here.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Chiefs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Go, Reed, go. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now it's Nix. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Chiefs offense about spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mahomes going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for KC. 42 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
They'll drop this off to Pacheco.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They go play fake. Mahomes. Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Working out of the gun is Nix. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
A short throw to Ingram. And some room to work. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Here's Nix.
Forced out to his left.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's 2nd and 3. To throw, here's Nix. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
To throw is Nix. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Last thing, 19. Here we go.
Back to the air with Nix.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Mike Burton from 19 yards away.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it's never easy.